literature, the pre-Christian society can be looked at from what Walter Ong described as the primary oral society. But we can say the pre-Christian Yoruba society is a society that is primary oral because of the partial exposure to Ajami writing tradition. But we can say Yoruba society is a society with a high oral residue that with very little or no written account at all. They provided very veritable source of knowledge which are passed down from generation to generation by word of mouth as a way of a kind of traditional mode of education. And though this education is not organized formally around formal schooling, but it has a curriculum at 3 different levels. And the first one is the law school, which can be looked at as the tail school, which stands like the primary education. And their children were taught etiquette, morals, and a lot of communication of facts were given to children in this tail school. And their riddles and jokes, tales of plants and animals, tales of so many things were taught children, so that from all those stories, the children can learn etiquette and they can establish moral. In fact, one of them is also songs in the Law Tale School. And I can give an example of a song that says, Morego koko, mokweye keye, mopake kafe, momofona nana juse no kalo, nejo keje, they said nana is there. Something like I went a hunting in a forest and I killed rodents and birds indiscriminately. And I came back home, I gave to Nana. Nana said, I'm not going to eat this, took out of it the edible ones. But Oloja took the unedible ones and the edible ones together, and 7 days after, Oloja was dead. The lesson or the moral of that song is for children or for anybody else that is going on, not to eat indiscriminately. And of course, it's also showing that in Yoruba society, especially the hunters who do the act of hunting, they don't kill or they don't hunt indiscriminately. They don't hunt mating animals, they don't hunt pregnant animals, and they don't hunt nursing animals. So from that stories, a child is taught how not to be indiscriminate. The second level of education is the Owe school, which is the proverb school, which looks like the secondary education. And in Yoruba culture, proverb is seen as the horse of thought. And that's why there's one Yoruba proverb that says, Owe leshi oro, ti oro ba sonu, owe la fi wa. That is, when one is lost in a direction of thought, it is proverb that will search the thought out. And in this school, a child is taught to apply information obtained from specific to general, so that the templates which proverb provided is what is going to help the child to make decisions and to answer questions and to provide solution to problems. And one particular thing that you notice in any child that is a graduate of this proverb school is the fact that the child, how you will know that a child has graduated from a law school to proverb school is when the child is in front of elders like this, is going to say something like, Toto Shebiowe, that I concede superiority to you elders before I use this proverb. So it's like the child is being initiated into a kind of adulthood. The second school is the Odu school, which is like the corpus school, is a tertiary education. It's like the school of philosophy. There are a whole array of life situation, human conditions, and principle by which those things are based is taught. And in the corpus school, there's a kind of narrowing. It's not everybody who goes to university that reads up to PhD level. So this one is like the PhD level. And there we have Odu, Iyere, Ofo, Ayajo. These are Yoruba recitatory genres. But one thing that is basic in this is the fact that all of those recitative genre has something in common. Oriki is like the source for all of them, is the core of Yoruba indigenous knowledge. And when we look at Oriki, Oriki means a detailed description of the essence of something. For example, when you look at Ori, breaking the word into 2 morphemes, Ori, ordinarily, anatomically, you can say Ori is just this head. But figuratively, it's talking about the essence of something. When you look at key means describe something in details. And when you look at key again, it's something like you condense something. So oriki means a detailed, condensed, concentrated description of something. So when you look at oriki is not just it has a lot of description of something. It describes something in detail. And that is why when we are looking at oriki, I know that a lot of scholars like Baba and like Biobaku, Ulibea, they talk so much about oriki as names, praise names, and some of them Professor Joe also mentioned. But oriki is a lot more than praise names. Oriki names give labels, but oriki goes ahead to give a detailed description with a level of exactitude. And that is why in this two example I'm going to give, especially one scholar, Okwefe Itimi, described Ofo. Ofo is incantatory lyric. He describes Ofo as oriki eroja ogun. That is, oriki is a detailed description of the essence of the ingredients of an efficacious preparation. So it's not just a name, it's making a description that when you hear an incantation, the incantation is full of the property or the leaves, the herbs, the root, everything that is used in making that efficacious preparation. And then there is one other Yoruba popular oriki, is oriki of Iyan. It's a popular Yoruba delicacy made by pounding yams. And the opening line of the poetry queries, Talumo oriki Iyan, who knows the oriki of Iyan? Iyan fufulala, òkèlè funfun ọ̀nà ọ̀fun, iná tí kì í jóni lọ́wọ́, iná tí kì í jóni lẹ́nu, ó wẹ̀wù ṣápá, ó dá fìlà òṣìkí. Iyan, who knows the oriki of Iyan? Iyan in its white appealing color, the white mussel that travels through the glottal region, scorching neither the hand nor the mouth, clothed in the shapa and crowned with oshiki. As I've said it, you may be thinking, why am I eulogizing food or extolling or giving lists of appellation to food? But a closer look will show what oriki is designed to do. Oriki is designed to give appropriate or detailed description. So it's giving the culinary, gastronomic, and nutritional character of Iyan. Like the culinary, it touched on the recipe of the soup that should go with the pounded yam. It's talking about the way it flows in your glottal region as you swallow it. And of course, the nutritional character of the soup that you are eating. So hearing that oriki alone has given you a lot of knowledge of what the food is all about.
Except eat it.
Then Christianity in Yoruba land, from Antioch to Badagry, we realized that the brand of Christianity that came to Nigeria is colored with literacy because it came from Europe, and Europe was already influenced by the typographic age. And like I said, when Christianity came to Yoruba land, writing was not something that was new because Islam already brought the Ajami-based script, so it wasn't new to them. And no wonder when the missionaries came, they felt that to be able to propagate Christianity in Yoruba land, they needed to do something. They made a long-term plan and they made a short-term plan. The long-term plan was to start schools and adult literacy program so that people can read the Bible, because when they came with books. So that is why our people refer to the religion as the religion of the book. They sing from the Bible, they read from the Bible, they pray from the Bible, they even sing their music notations from book. So when they now started school, it wasn't easy for an adult to learn literature, to be able to read and write. And that is what provided the steep learning curve, because literacy is not as natural to human as speaking. So they now did the scripture reader tradition that, okay, in church, a set of people will be assisting the priest so that when they want to sing, they will call out the lyrics of the hymn, something like stand up for Jesus, stand up for Jesus. Somebody, ye soldiers of Christ, ye soldiers of the cross. So they continued like that with the scripture reader tradition. But the Yoruba as a people found it very difficult because in public, they were able to have a kind of synchronized worship with the assistance of the scripture reader. But in their private worship, there is no scripture reader that can be going from house to help them read the Bible when they want to meditate, to have their own daily experience of Christianity. They had to resort to Orisha, what they were used to in the worship of the different Orisha before they got converted to Christianity. And it made them to have double lives. In public, when they are in church, they are doing the religion of the book. In private, they resorted to their orature. And this led to the emerging corpus of lyrics for Olodumare. Yes, the emerging corpus of Oriki for Olodumare, because there's a new worship form that is now coming up in Christian liturgy in Nigeria, which of course we can say has its root from the vitality of orature which the old Christian had been used to before. And that is why, because in such times, some of the things they had learned in Christianity, some of the things, the Bible that had been read to them, the preachings they had heard, they were able to compose things to praise their God in their private. And that is why you find them saying something like, Oyigi Yigi, Oba Ajiki, Oba Ajiki, Oba Digbon, Ogbagba Tirigbagba, Ogbagba Tirigbagba, Shinkoto Bamoba Anweru. Something like, aged, not aging God, king, worthy of acknowledgement, king, worthy of adulation, unquestionable. So all of this is this is describing God in details. So this Oriki of Olodumare is describing God in details. So there's an orature-based curriculum, Jesus' School of Pedagogy. In the scriptures, we saw that Jesus used orature. We had the knowledge of the fact that Jesus read in the temple, but we never saw any writing of Jesus, which meant that Jesus in his lifetime was a teacher via orature. And when you look at one of the scriptures, maybe Matthew 5:1 or so, said he opened his mouth. Knowledge that was being passed in Yoruba land, knowledge from mouth to mouth, taught, pedagogy, saying, he was saying something. And that is why for Yoruba Christian pedagogy, they took a cue from that also. And that's why you find a lot of these people committed long passages of Bible to memory. In fact, in the history of Yoruba land, I met a particular old man who didn't know anything, but everything that was read, he memorized about maybe 3/4 of the New Testament, and he was going from village to village preaching the gospel. So they committed a lot of long passages to memory. And of course, they rely on the same Allah, Owe, and Odu method of teaching and instruction. And of course, we have this interactivity in sermons, which of course is also popular in America. A lot of Black American churches, when the message is going on, they go, preach on, pastor. And then in Yoruba culture, you can find someone that will just get up and sing a song, and the preacher will stop. Everybody will join in the singing. I remember in a particular church in my village, when the pastor finished preaching, the man just said, if I don't go to heaven, I've paid money, I've paid tithe, I've paid offering. If I don't go to heaven, pastor, I'm going to hold you. So by the time the song, everybody sang along.